are the river, come. We are the river, come. We are the boat, the paddle, the shore. We are one. Many Wachoni sing. Many Wachoni sing. Many Wachoni, water is life for everything. We are the water, sing.
Most people can agree that water is in fact life. Sara Thomsen is an activist through the creation of her song, Water is Life. As a tribute to the Standing Rock Sioux tribe and all the people who came together to protect the water and land threatened by the Dakota Access Pipeline, Thomsen's song illustrates the beauty and necessity of our fresh water. The sad reality is that our water, our source of life, is being polluted. The rivers that are home to over 125,000 different species are becoming so polluted that the animals either die out or move elsewhere. Our places of recreation are being closed off to human use due to high levels of contamination. Rivers that were once beautiful, plentiful, and safe are now danger zones. While this is a problem everywhere, this is especially impactful in urban areas. The Cooks River in Sydney serves as a prime example of the danger of urban water pollution.
Australia's largest city is home to the country's sickest urban river. It makes sense why it's so sick. An overwhelmed watershed unable to cope with so many humans.
When I found Bo Miles' channel some number of years ago, I was inspired to look at the world from a new perspective. When I watched his Bad River video on the Cooks River in its polluted state, I knew I had found a topic that I would become passionate about. When given the option to take an activism class my first semester of college, I signed up without as much as a second thought. I saw Sociology of Activism appear on my course schedule, and I was excited. To me, activism was easy and fun. I'd been quite successful in my previous efforts in activism, whether that was raising over $1,000 for December, a program focusing on advocacy, prevention, and intervention regarding human trafficking, or speaking at a hearing in the Nebraska legislature in favor of a bill supporting career and technical education in Nebraska's public schools. Sociology of activism, as I would soon come to find out, was not the easy form of activism I was used to. In this class, I couldn't do my activism passively like I had in the past. For December, all I had to do was wear a dress for 31 days in order to spread December's campaign and encourage people to donate. For my CTE advocacy, I wrote my speech on the 2-hour drive to the Capitol based on my personal experiences and one statistic I Googled. This was the easy type of activism I was expecting from this class. Activism that required simple actions, little time commitment, and was relatively stress-free. Instead, I found that when I had to come up with the activism myself, using the minimal requirements asked of me each week, it was much harder. I wasn't given a step-by-step how-to guide on raising funds like I had with December, nor did I have someone tell me the exact time and place to show up in order to share my activism with my target audience, which I had with my CTE advocacy. If I wanted to make an impact in this class, it was up to me to figure out how to do that on my own terms, with my own ideas, and on my own time. This proved to be very difficult for me, and ultimately, I don't think I did nearly as well as I could have. Let's talk about that. First and foremost, I chose a topic I had never given much thought beyond the response I had to Bo Miles' video. This left me feeling lost, and not sure if it was a topic I was truly passionate about. Secondly, I didn't value this class the way I did with my others. My effort in chemistry and calculus classes was much higher because, in my head, those were the ones that mattered. Sociology of Activism was just a general education class I chose because it sounded interesting and simple. Because of my busy schedule, lazy attitude coming into the class, and lack of passion, I was already off to a rough start. That being said, as the class went on, I realized I did care about activism and my performance in the class, and I really did want to learn more about activism, urban water pollution, and my role in the whole thing. So I completed each assignment in order to carry out what I hoped to be good enough activism. I interviewed an officer in the Sustainability Club here at UNL, where I shared my topic and learned about what's already being done here on campus to advocate for the environment. I shared with my class a presentation on Cesar Chavez to learn more about activism and share that knowledge with others. I wrote a letter to the editor of my hometown's newspaper addressing the importance of keeping our river clean. I asked 2 Nebraska senators to support bills that would reduce the amount of agricultural runoff entering our waterways, one of whom wrote back to me thanking me for my activism and sharing what she is currently doing to work towards these goals. I passed out flyers, got over 50 signatures on a petition, and hung up posters with information about urban water pollution. I did what was asked of me in order to receive a grade for the class. From the outsider's perspective, it may even seem like I succeeded in my activism regarding urban water pollution. I checked all the boxes, and I did what was asked of me. So why didn't I feel proud of my work? Why didn't I see results? Why did my activism feel like a chore? Ultimately, I do not think this class was structured in a way that guaranteed success. In fact, after completing all the coursework, I feel as though nothing I did even made a dent in the urban water pollution issue. But I'm not sure that's the purpose of Sociology of Activism as a class, to succeed in activism for a few months, receive a grade, and never look back. Instead, this class provided me with a combination of things that I would argue are just as important as a successful bout of activism: understanding, opportunity, and inspiration. By learning that most of the world's most successful activists were ordinary people, passionate and dedicated to a cause, I was able to see what it takes to truly make an impact. I know now that activism is not a singular big action that changes the world, but a combination of all the little things you accomplish each day by showing up with passion and dedication. Rosa Parks did not start her activism journey on the bus, but years prior when she decided to join an association working towards racial equity. This information, paired with ideas gained from discussions with my classmates and professor, gives me a deeper understanding of what it means to be an activist. I can be an activist each day of my life for any topic I am passionate about. If I truly am passionate about urban water pollution, I can become an activist by taking time each day to learn, talk, and act. I can't just check off a box for the week and then forget about urban water pollution until the next assignment comes along. I have to be devoted to learning, spreading the word, and acting upon my ideas. And it shouldn't feel like a chore or an inconvenience if it is something I'm truly passionate about. And I think that's the beauty of activism. It isn't people checking boxes for a grade or to please others. It's people acting on something they can't fathom ignoring. Frankly, I spent my semester doing the former. As I move forward in my activism journey, I won't be acting to meet requirements set by others or make someone perceive me in a certain way. I will act because I care, and because I can't imagine not acting upon that passion. I now have the opportunity to learn from my weak attempt at activism and actually become the activist that I would like to be. And for me, this opportunity is inspiring. As I read Paul Rogat Loeb's The Impossible Will Take a Little While for this class, I find myself closing each chapter with my mind full of hope and ideas. It was really inspiring to read stories of hope and see data and personal anecdotes to prove that anyone can spark change. This hope inspires me to use my time on Earth to make a change. I don't want to live life passively, watching bad things happen with no care or effort to stop them. While my journey in urban water pollution does not exactly reflect that sentiment, I'm still thankful that I did it. I learned a lot about myself, activism, and urban water pollution. So I leave you with this. Your journey in activism won't be linear. It likely won't be successful all the time. It may feel hopeless at times, but stick with it. Don't lose passion. Don't give up. Because simply showing up every day, bringing your passion and your ideas to the world will make a change. Oh, and be nice to our urban rivers, please.
In your breath and bones we sing on, we are one. We are the meadow come. We are the meadow come. We are the lark that sings, the new day has begun.